The Nimble with Numbers team presents Chalked Blocked with Bo Big Time McBrayer.
Bam! I gotta know what a $5 shake tastes like.
That's hot. That's hot.
I want winners, Bo. You don't know diddly.
And his partner, Scott Stag Simpson.
Do you know who I am?
Trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Let's make a move. Let's make a move. Let's make a move.
I'm not a scientist.
Bo, how's it going, brother?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Chalk Blocked, the world's sexiest DFS show for now. Nimble with numbers. Like, subscribe, jingle that bell. I'm doing great. It's Saturday. We got a full slate DFS we're going to go over. Scotty, how are you doing? I just got done cooking fried chicken.
I'm doing great. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how to use OBS. We're on a new platform, as you guys can see. The setup's a little bit different, but we're still the same. It's still Scott and Bo. We're still bringing you Run the Sims, and we're going to go through the slate walk. We're still the world's sexiest DFS show for now. Nothing has changed there. Still chilling. Still 186 pounds. Still look good as shit. Getting compliments left and right. So, yeah, I mean, nothing's changed. Still us. Just a little bit new of a platform to boost off of. So, hopefully, you guys can enjoy the new system, and it works, and you guys can hear us. So, that's what matters. And also that Bo's kicking my ass. I'm 0-3, so I got to get a little redemption. All the games have been close. You got a recovered fumble for a touchdown week 2. You won by like 2-3 points in week 3. I'm just getting dogged here. So, I got a little comeback. We both got the game stack of the week. We've been talking about this online. Yeah, it's the game stack of the week with the Commanders. Francais, it's all true. So, but you've been hot. I'm excited to kind of, see what you think about my guys to this week because I'm hoping to get back in the winning column.
Yeah, you gotta get the first one to get back there.
I feel like we're back to square one where we first started years ago when you start dogging me. I'm like, what? We reset already. Yeah. So
it's hard though because I had a lot to prove after last season's showing. I had a really long cold streak, and you enjoyed that thoroughly. I know that for a fact. And then I think we're going to see some regression to the mean this season. We already are because I'm blazing hot. I'm winning money. We're snowballing. And those of you who watch this show, you're winning too because Scotty hasn't been that far behind me. We've been mirroring a lot of picks. And just because I beat him head to head every week, that shouldn't matter. We're both providing all the best plays for DFS Sunday on the main slate. And if you want to get some showdown picks are kind of my thing too. So hit me up.
Oh, for sure. And this is what we love to do. We love to walk the whole slate, talk about some of the best plays, build some stacks with the Run the Sims optimizer tools, and then at the end, we run the Sims. We get to see where our breakdowns come. We get to build some lineups, and then we'll show you our lineups that are going head-to-head. So we just go right across. We don't jump around. So we go in numerical order or sequential order. And the first game is not that great of a game. I saw the line at +8. Here it's -8, I guess. But it's a -7.5 for the Jets here. Home, thoroughly favored it here against the Denver Broncos, and Bo Nix coming in, a really strong defense. I'm projecting under this total just because I don't think the Broncos get over 13 points in this game. I think their defense is okay too, and so I don't love this matchup. How are you looking at this first game?
It's intriguing. I do agree with you on the low-scoring game sometimes because the Broncos' defense hasn't been that bad either. Yep. They've been really good at getting after the quarterback. They're a very aggressive, cover one man blitz heavy team, and it's given them some success. They haven't really played any decent quarterbacks yet, so we'll see what they can do with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, which is a formidable trio of talented players. But they also have to deal with some guy named Alan Lazard who keeps scoring touchdowns.
Well, obviously Aaron Rodgers and Lazard are on the same page. They're in the same wavelength. They're in the same darkness, whatever it is. Rodgers did say when him and Garrett Wilson get on the same page, it's going to be lights out. They're not there yet. We know they will be, but Al Lazard 4,300. I mean, that's a nice little. If you got a little chunk of change left over, and you're not going down maybe to Noah Brown at 3,800, you could go over here to Al Lazard 4,300. So, you could. You could, yeah. I mean, here's the thing: Garrett Wilson is going to get Patrick Surtain, the junior. So we know he's going to be all over him. But the other cover corners, not too bad either. We can pull them up on PFF here. That's what we like to do. We got PFF. Oh, there's the eagle. God bless America. That's a picture I took, motherfuckers. In case you want to know how American I am, I got that picture. That eagle ran from me too. I got like 5 more pictures of it too. So. But, yeah, I mean, we can definitely check the cornerback matchups here and see what we're looking at for fantasy. I always love the cornerback matchups. I'm sure the Jets are going to lock down. Pretty sure the Jets are going to lock down Bo Nix's wide receivers. But, yeah, not the greatest matchups here if you're checking the defender list here. They're not. No. Yeah, here we go.
So, Scott, I hate to interrupt.
Yes, sir.
I hate to interrupt, but I don't think we're live on YouTube yet.
Oh, we're not. Why is that? Is that not happening?
I just clicked the link and it says it's waiting for the Fantasy Millionaires.
Oh, that's not good. I went live on all platforms. So, you know what? I'm going to have to just start all and see what it does. Okay. Well, all right. Now it's live on Nimble W YouTube, on the YouTubers. All right. Yeah, I saw it. So I think it went live on Fantasy Millionaires. It didn't go live on Nimble W Number. So now we are live on Nimble W Number. So a little soft opening. We've been live for a couple minutes. We're still figuring it out.
We're still trying to do the Denver-New York Jets game.
Yeah, we're still stuck in this fuck shit. Anyway.
It's riveting.
It's
riveting.
It's not going great. I mean, right now, the most rostered wide receiver is Garrett Wilson, 8%. I get it. 6,900, though, is a little bit expensive for me. I think the best play probably is Breece Hall, and most people have Breece Hall at 20%. What about Braylon Allen? He's been kind of vulturing here and there, gotten a couple touchdowns. Is he a 5,400 player, or is that just kind of too priced up?
It's not a guy I really want to play in DFS. I might need to start him, and with the way the injuries are in the managed league landscape, it's been pretty rough go of it. But for DFS, I still don't know that he has the work share or snap share to really support even playing him at all. And of course, he could score another touchdown or two, and he might do something with his 8 to 10 touches. I can't do that in DFS. If I need to in a managed league for spot flex play with how many people are out right now this week, I could do it there, but I'm not going to go for something like that unless it's a big tournament and I'm just trying to get some weird, crazy leverage on the field.
Yeah, no, I agree. You could be kind of, in the mix with the defense if they weren't so priced up at 3,700. If you like the Broncos at 2,500, I mean, their offense is going to suck. But if you're looking for a suck-out defense, you could suck out. I'm not going to suck out. I'm not going to build any stacks in this game, unfortunately. This is kind of a stack-free game.
So many stacks.
Yeah. Let's get to the next game. New Orleans going into Atlanta, home of Chick-fil-A, but ironically closed on Sundays, so you don't get to fucking eat it. Too bad for you, Atlanteans. That's just how Arthur Blank does you. Anyway, New Orleans Saints, they were sky high until they got home. They got a home loss hung on them by the Philadelphia Eagles, who all of a sudden stiffened up, didn't allow 15 points, and they went out with the victory. Rashid Shaheed dropped 2 touchdowns, or had 2 touchdowns in his grasp. Potentially, he got a big fat 0 last week. So, some misses for New Orleans. How do you see Atlanta, who, they've been playing well too, but they're not living up to the dream of, Captain Kirk and the millions?
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow start to the season. I think that they are going to get it going, but it's been a slow start. So, yeah, the win that they got against Philly was nice, but that was really them looking pretty terrible until the last drive when Cousins all of a sudden flipped a switch and it was go time.
Old Cousins,
but, yeah, it was still a pretty pathetic performance, and then last week was more of that same first 2 weeks where you're just like, okay, when are they going to start taking shots? Cousins looks really conservative. He doesn't look comfortable. And Zach Robinson, honestly, for being a McVay disciple, He's been really bad as a play caller, and that's pretty surprising. We had a lot of high hopes that he was going to be a major upgrade over Arthur Smith, both in system and in ability to call plays, but it is his first season calling plays. So it hasn't been good so far. And it's I like the weapons here, but maybe we get some leverage here because nobody's really sure what the Falcons are capable of.
Right. I mean, this game could be 27-7 Falcons at half. It could be 27-7 New Orleans at half. I don't know. It's one of those teams. Both these teams are kind of, they can explode if, and New Orleans has more of a fuse. But if Atlanta has got Kyle Pitts, get him down the seam. You know what I'm saying? Maybe have him run over Tyrann Mathieu one time. I don't know. He's a big guy. I do think that this game is still a low-scoring game as well. Like, I don't think these offenses right now are way better than the defenses. So tip ball, turnover here and there, and so I'm not saying I'm skeptical, but I'm not going to go heavy with this game. I do like pieces. What do you think about Rashid Shaheed with Chris Olave banged up, or is your boy Perry finally going to get a chance to play?
No, he's out again. Hand injury. They should have just put him on IR, honestly, but he's been hurt. He still had his hand injury ruled out. The Saints it's going to be more of a bloodbath type of game this week, where they still might hit some big plays over the top. They do have Olave and Shaheed to do that for them. Kamara is going to be the focal point of this game. I have a feeling that Kamara is going to be back on his old-timey 2020 Christmas Day Kamara. So, yeah, in DFS circles, play some Alvin Kamara. It's a pretty good bet either way, because that's where they're going to have to lean.
Yeah. It could be a dueling banjo situation. I do know New Orleans pretty good against the run. Saquon broke off that big one, but before that, I don't think they'd had a run over 10 yards. And so that was kind of the first, leaky dam. Sorry, Katrina joke. But that was the first. It's too late. It already came out. Scott Simpson doesn't like black people. Shut up, Kanye. I love black people. And particularly Bijan. This could be a dueling banjos. I think Bijan has not broken out yet. We've not seen what he's capable of.
It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It's at 20% rostered too. I'm a little bit skeptical. I do like Kamara 200 more. He's 8% less rostered. So you've just got that for you. And his touchdown upside, Kamara's is greater than Bijan Robinson's. So.
Yeah, it's just tough because this game should be a good one.
Yeah.
But I do think it's going to be another one of those low-scoring ball control type games where, if you can swing it and go find value at wide receiver or tight end, you could do the dueling banjos, but those running backs are pricey for a reason.
Yeah. I'm not going to do a dueling banjo. I am going to do a Rashid Shaheed, Kamara, Kyle Pitts stack, though. A little mini stack there.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's 4,800 for Kyle, 5,500. So you're mitigating a little bit of the cost, but you're exposing yourself to a lot of the game stack, which I like. You're getting a little bit of both. And then you got Kamara, who's got the touchdown upside. So give myself a little bit of that. Any other stacks you want to build on this game? I didn't even include the quarterbacks because the variance there with both of them. I mean, maybe you could put in Carr, but I like more of the pieces than the QBs in this one.
Yeah, it's not really a big stackable game with all the injuries that the Eagles have in the wide receiver department. I'm not overly excited about that. Dallas Goedert might be the only one I really want to stack with Hurts.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be more of like doing the running backs or trying to figure out if Dallas Goedert's going to do it again this week.
Oh, did you jump to another game?
We know sorry.
Sorry, we were still in New Orleans, but we can jump to the Eagles. We still have two more games to get to before we get to. You got Dallas Goedert on the mind, man. We'll wait. Yeah. We'll wait. I do want to hear that.
Saints and Falcons. Yeah, it's a decent game. I just think it's going to be low scoring.
Yeah, I agree. Another low scoring game here. Caleb Williams, not looking great so far. Rams defense, though, it's a get-right D. It really is. They've been terrible all year. You can pass on them. Everyone has. Still low total in Chicago, -3 for the Bears. How do you see this game going? heavy Kyron Williams, obviously, for the Rams. But do the Bears break out at all?
I mean, they could. It's been the problem hasn't been the talent on the field. Caleb Williams has done fine. It's been the play calling. Shane Waldron is
the line is terrible.
Oh, the offensive line's
one of the worst in the league.
Yeah. Caleb Williams hasn't done a very good job of recognizing when pressure is going to be in his face. But Shane Waldron calling these route concepts on passing downs, absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Like we're talking 4 verts on 3rd and 10, or just clearing everybody out, not leaving when it's an obvious blitz situation and they're showing blitz. None, 0 hot routes.
Yeah, wild.
And you're leaving your rookie out there just to try to make something happen. And more often than not, the kid does it. He's so talented, and he's got so many great receivers around him. And the running backs have been kind of a 3-headed, not, you can't really say monster because they've been awful, but Roschon and Khalil Herbert have outshone DeAndre Swift. So Swift has been kind of taking the back seat because he's looked awful.
Yeah,
signed the contract with the team. And this week, apparently, according to coaching staff, it's going to be Roschon Johnson that gets a little bit of an extended run. So that's the one guy, 4,100. If you're looking for a value running back who's going to get some looks, don't know if they're going to be good ones, but I will take some shots at Roschon Johnson, as well as Keenan Allen, who is back and got a lot of targets in week 1 before he went down with that aggravating his heel.
Yeah, I like both those calls. I think you're playing Roschon against me, you son of a b. But I do like those calls, and particularly because I think that Roschon is going to give you a little bit more than Swift has. Swift led the league in negative plays so far. That's not good. You don't want to lose yards. I saw his stat line. It was like minus 12, minus 15, minus 11, minus 6. That's bad.
Did you see the picture from 1 second after that 12-yard loss was snapped?
No, I missed that picture.
All 5 linemen were on the ground.
Yes,
they were on the ground facing the opposite direction, and they had 7 defenders chasing down Swift, who obviously lost 12 yards on the play. And if Swift was smart, he would have gone down for a 5-yard loss, but he went backward.
Oh no, he thinks he can get away from 9 bros. He's that guy,
But the line just completely within 1 second of that snap, all 5 linemen were on the ground like bowling pins.
I watched a breakdown. I think I sent it to you on Instagram. You and Mike of our guy DeAndre Swift. Instead of running straight forward into a hole, veered off to the left and like hit a linebacker. And the guy who broke down the video was just like, this guy's got no field vision. First of all, he could have gotten not hit and gotten the first down. Instead, he went out of his way to go hit somebody and then get tackled, for a loss or whatever it was. He was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Whatever it takes to set up your blocks.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift hasn't done a very good job.
He doesn't understand space and time and motion. So, but I think Kyron Williams does. If you're going to pay up, not too bad. Not too bad. The Bears defense is it's not terrible. Their run defense is worse than their pass defense, but you can run them a little bit. But I still think Kyron Williams is volume king. He's going to get 25, 30 touches. So that's what you're looking for. Touchdowns, he normally gets them. And wide receiver-wise, are you interested in any of these, Tutu Atwell, 4,800, Jordan Whittington? They're intriguing. 1%, 2%. No one's really there.
Yeah, I mean, if in tournament play, they're good values. I like Tyler Johnson. I do like Demarcus Robinson because I think he does provide some of that verticality.
Yeah, big target.
But yeah, there's so many of these guys that have quote unquote stepped in for Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, and they kind of cannibalize all of them cannibalize each other. So
right. There's not a go-to guy.
Yeah, you can't really tell who is going to be. That's going to step up and get the looks because none of them are good enough to earn targets like the 2 starters would if they were healthy.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is obviously great at dispersing the ball around, and you're probably going to get some random tight end score a touchdown. One of your 4 Blake Corum snaps or Ronnie Rivers.
Right.
Ronnie Rivers might score in this game and kill all your Kyron Williams hype.
Right.
The Kyron Williams thing is great because it's a great matchup and he has been getting a lot of volume. But that's how Kyron Williams has to play.
Yeah.
He's not explosive. He's not that good. He's not great at anything. He just gets so many carries and so many opportunities that you can't ignore that, especially in a cash game. Kyron Williams is one of the best cash running backs you're going to get on this slate.
Yeah, he reminds me of a young Cam Akers. Yeah. So 14% rostered. Holy hell! I would avoid that landmine a little bit. So, but the 2800 is very intriguing for people, and they can't stop. They won't stop. But that's just buyer beware, for sure. Yeah. All right. Here's a game that actually I'm interested to see. Jordan Love set to come back. Probably, we're thinking limited, but still on track. Do you think he's going to be effective in this game? Minnesota defense, one of the best in the league so far. They've disrupted, the Purdy and the boys. They've kind of run shop over folks, and they're 3-0 with some would say a journeyman in, but I don't know. What do you think about this matchup here with Sam Darnold and Jordan Love?
This is gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
this is good. This is the old NFC North clash. These teams have hated each other forever.
In Lambeau on real fields.
You got and you get your Aaron Jones revenge game. You get the Sam Darnold finally gets to throw it to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. You got a lot of pretty intriguing storylines here. The Packers get their starting quarterback, and that's great for all the receivers: Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, you name it, Dontavian Wicks. They're all going to look a lot better than they did with what had to do with Malik Willis, which was go run heavy, more of a physical type of approach. This is a finesse offense, but they still want to keep that physical run element with Jacobs. So I think if you're going to see any leverage at all, it's going to be that the Vikings haven't really faced much adversity because of what they could do with Brock Purdy a couple weeks ago and what they might not be able to do to Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I think this game is close, and people are sleeping on the wide receivers across the board. Justin Jefferson, 3% rostered. Jair Alexander has had hit and miss against him. 2 years ago, I think he started the year. He got torched in game one. He came back in the end of the season, held him on lockdown.
Shut him down.
Yeah, shut him down. Yeah. So it does. Here's the thing. That they're going to get him in motion. They're going to get him in not being up against Jair. They're going to get him on, little out of the slot routes that he breaks off and does. So I'm not worried about Justin Jefferson. I love that 3%. He is somebody I will pay up for. And if you can stack him with Wicks or Watson or Addison, you can do a double stack. This is a game stack we will play a little bit with here. So I want to hear where you want to build and you want to go Love or Darnold because they're both pretty cheap. They're under 6K. They're over 6K and under. So be my guest, my friend.
I want to go Love and Reed with one with Addison and one with Jefferson.
Do you want any Aaron Jones in there?
No. I'm gonna just roll Jones out as is. This is another like dueling banjos type running back thing too. You can play your face off with Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs.
So I have here with Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, and Justin Jefferson. Who's the other one you wanted? Did you want some Dobbs? Is that what you said? Or no? No. Just Reed.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I can't think of. You want some Addison? That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, here it is, right here. I agree. That's a good call there. I'm into that stack. I hope we get some more of that. Any plays from the defensive side, or are you thinking this is going to be? This is going to be an over the 43 in this game.
I might throw some Packers lineups in there. Jacobs with the Packers defense because you never know when Sam Darnold might just turn into a pumpkin.
It could happen.
It could very well happen.
All quarterbacks at times go through ups and downs, and so
the Packers do have a good defense.
Yeah, things happen, and anybody's day can be. You've seen Aaron Rodgers get. Minnesota take him down and the other way around. It happens. Things happen. So, yeah, no, I like that. All right, let's jump over to the game that you were itching to talk about because you had got it on the brain. We can go right to him if you want. We can talk about Saquon at 8K because I like Saquon. I think he's sexy. What do you think about this matchup here? How are you approaching it? Philadelphia is our guy A.J. Brown going to play?
Nope, he's out.
I mean, I kind of knew that, but I just like to set you up to do that.
It's basically Saquon and Dallas Goedert and maybe Jahan Dotson, but we haven't seen it yet.
Right.
It's going to be a pretty tough game for the Eagles to win here on the road against a very good Buccaneers team. The Buccaneers are supposedly, according to Coach Speak, going to be giving Bucky Irving more of an earned snap share, even though he popped up on the injury report this week with the hammy. Everything's according to him, he says he's fine.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, Bucky Irving's averaging 6 yards a carry, and Rachaad White's averaging 3.5 yards a carry. All 3 games, first 3 games of this young rookie's career, he's led the team in rushing. And that's with the incumbent starter, Rachaad White, who was a top 10 fantasy guy last year. Rachaad White's not good. He's another guy like Kyren Williams where you give him enough touches and he's going to put up numbers. He's a great receiver.
Yeah.
But Dave Canales made sure they gave Rachaad White those touches in the passing game. The new coaching staff hasn't done that. The new coaching staff says, hey, we really like this Bucky Irving kid. Let's run him out there. And lo and behold, guess what? He's doing way better, at least in the running game, than Rachaad White.
Yeah.
He's not the dynamic playmaker that Rachaad White is, but when you just need to run the ball and get the chains moving, Rachaad White isn't cutting it. And that's why they drafted Bucky Irving, to give them a running back with vision, with patience, and a guy who can actually break tackles in the middle of the field.
Right. I was going to say Rachaad White's kind of like finesse and fall down.
And he's a
fine.
big running back.
Yeah.
You would think a big running back. He's 6'2", 220. He goes down like a sack of potatoes
Every
with a
time.
breath of wind.
Yeah. Yeah. It just big old thighs lumbering down.
Well, but in Bucky's case, he's way smaller, and he bounces off of guys.
Well,
and you saw that.
He's lower center of gravity. He's moving laterally.
He's got that lateral quickness we saw last week. That run where he only gained 6 yards, but he broke 3 tackles.
He went everywhere on that one. Yeah.
Made everybody look dumb.
Well, it's just great because I elevated him earlier this week in the Fantasy Millionaire show, because I think before they even said, I just said, this is a guy who's gonna. I mean, look at the yards per carry. If they don't do something, then they're stupid. Like, duh. So it's good to see the Buccaneers. Listen to my show.
And the Buccaneers are so much of a better team when they can run the ball between the tackles.
They need the ball control, because that sets up the play action. It sets up Mike Evans one-on-one whenever they want it after that, right? Like, they see it, they get it.
It sets up the linebackers kind of creeping towards the line, and guess who gets to sneak in behind him in the slot? Chris motherfucking Godwin.
Yeah.
God Chriswin himself is going to have a gigantic game against the Eagles. That's the one guy I can bank on this week is Chris Godwin. He'll be in pretty much every one of my lineups.
I'm not against him or Mike Evans. I think both of them can get there.
They're
I'm not
great.
going to double stack them, but
they are great.
Yeah. And then if you're going to do Goddard, it's 14% roster, but I mean, you saw what he did last week. He's going to get so many targets. I bet you gets 12 targets this game. So
who else are you going to throw it to?
Jahan Dotson. That's not great. That's
Johnny Wilson.
Paris Campbell, So
it's pretty bleak.
It's bleak. But yeah. All right. You want to build any stacks in this one? Because I was not planning on it, but we could build a stack if you wanted to.
One stack to rule them all.
Okay, that's fine.
Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin, and run it back with Goddard.
I like this. Give me that. Oh, they knew right away we wanted this.
They're like, we're going to populate this right now for you.
This will be exactly what you want, so. All right, next game, the revenge of Andy Dalton. He's come back. The Ginger. I'm very excited to watch this game. It's also the second highest total on the board. Carolina suddenly explosive, and Cincinnati, they can't stop anybody, and neither can Carolina actually either. So what do you think about this game? Do you think it's a Zach Moss game, a Hubbard game? What's going on here?
I don't even know. This game's junk.
You
would think that the 0-3 team would be the Panthers and the 1-2 team would be the Bengals, but it's the opposite. These are 2 terrible defenses.
Bad.
And 2 offenses that actually do pretty well. They've
You see that fucking number right there?
No.
29% Deontay Johnson. That is ridiculous.
It's pretty chalky.
It's pretty aggressive. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And he's a little banged up too. Not gonna lie. Got a grown.
I like Deontay. I don't know if I like him that much on this slate.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jamar Chase at 7,700 for the pay up wide receiver. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not sure about Burrow, 66. You could stack them for 14-3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice little stack attack there with the boys. So let's do it. I'm not going to hedge my bets anymore here. Do you want to do a run back on this? You thinking if they're blowing up, maybe they're giving up, something? I don't know. Or we could just
This game, I don't know if I want to stack it unless I'm doing Burrow and Chase.
Yeah.
Or Burrow and Higgins or Burrow and Yoshibas. I actually like a little bit of Chase Brown. I think Moss is okay, but he doesn't have much upside. Chase Brown at least has the explosive play ability. But stack wise, I'm just going to keep it simple. Burrow, Chase, and I'll have a little bit of the top skill guys, but I'm not going to match the field on Deontay Johnson for sure.
That's
I'll have
wild.
a little bit of him.
Yeah, I'll have some. I like Deontay, but that's too much. That's too much Deontay, man. But guess what? I've got him in my home league. I'm 3-0.
Cash game Deontay is a good play.
Love it. Yes. All right. Next game, Houston hosting Jacksonville. I think Houston wins by more than 6. I think they beat them down. Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence sucks. I hate to break it to you, kids. Like, it's not going to be pretty. All right, disagree. Agree to disagree. I'm definitely favoring Houston in this matchup. We'll see what happens. How are you approaching this game? Since you're not on board with me.
I just think that the Houston Texans are sorely overrated.
I'm not even saying anything about Houston. I just think Trevor
very
Lawrence
overrated team.
Yeah, their defense is bad.
They got their asses kicked last week, and for me, it's just going to be about, can Trevor Lawrence overcome how horrendous Doug Peterson is as a coach?
I mean, it's a bunch of bad on both sides.
Yeah, Doug Peterson is doing his best Shane Waldron impersonation this season. There's no excuse for Trevor Lawrence playing so poorly, especially when in spots last year he did just that. He overcame how shitty the game plan was from his offensive coaching.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. I think he's looked terrible this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville covered, and I would not be surprised if the absence of Evan Ingram turned Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas into huge upside plays.
Well, only 5,200 for Kirk, so that is that's a nice play. And then BT is 5,400. So I mean,
smash.
Yeah, both
that's
those are
your
pretty
GPP. High. My GPP double stack of the week: Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas, Christian Kirk.
Okay,
and I can run it back with Nico or Stephon Diggs if I'm feeling frisky.
Okay, well that's exactly what
I do think there will be some points in this game.
Yeah, I do too. I just think that Houston's going to beat them. I think they beat him by like 10, but that's just my call. I'm not a soothsayer. Oh, there's too many wide receivers in here. How did I get?
So Craig, of course, was worried that I turned into a robot because I sounded like one earlier in the show.
Oh no. Oh yeah. I mean, you definitely are a robot, bro. I heard it. I'm glad Craig is there. Where are you seeing the comments? Because I'm still trying to figure out how to post the comments.
It's just on the YouTube page for Fantasy Millionaires. That's the only place I can see it.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure out.
I have it pulled up on my phone here.
Okay.
Apparently it's just the connection because my mic keeps going in and out with reverb. Apparently.
Oh no!
I sound like a robot.
Well, hello, Bo. I hope I don't sound like a robot. We'll have to try to get that fixed. So, all right. I like. No, that's no Gabe Davis. Get the Gabe Davis shit out of there. What the fuck? Nobody wants that. That Gabe Davis stuff is trash. There we go. Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah. All right. Let's get over to a game that is. I mean, I like Pittsburgh's defense in this game. That's a good. That's a good play.
I like both defenses.
yeah. I mean, this game is going to be bad. It should be 30. Should be the total in this game. I don't think Anthony Richardson has enough reps at quarterback yet to, I don't know. I just can see him getting sacked 3 or 4 times by Mr. Watt, and we'll see.
Mr. Who? Mr. Watt.
Mr. Watt. Yeah. TJ.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's really, really good. He sacks people every game. He almost goes offside every game, too. And this is what bothers me. I actually watched this happen a couple weeks ago or last year or whatever. He timed the snap perfectly. As soon as the ball moved, he moved, and they called him offsides. I was like, that's bullshit. He just moved faster than the line because he was faster than them. Like, whatever, man.
And because their cadence was so predictable. That's...
Yeah. Yeah, you get the rhythm. By the way, I don't want to be mean. Aaron Rodgers is playing great. He is so predictable, by the way. I know he used to be the best at getting people offsides. Go listen to all his huts. He's just really predictable now. Really. I don't know why. I mean, people are kind of sleeping on him. Maybe they're just like, he's the best at it. We won't even test him. You can get him. He was very predictable in the last game. I listened to every single snap he went through, and he was just, so we'll see what happens.
He's still got 2 or 3 offside penalties.
I know. It's wild.
He's still really good at it.
Oh my. So
nobody gets free plays like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no, it's wild. But I think you can sack him too now. So
maybe except for Patrick Mahomes gets free plays when he throws a pick or an incompletion.
Well, it's like only 17 times.
They bail him out with penalties.
In the last couple of years, 17 times.
Yeah, nobody's counting.
Nobody's got. What do you think about Sir Justin Fields here? Reborn. Russell Wilson's going to have a hurt ankle all season. Hey, we're triggering that insurance clause that the other team.
Nobody actually knows what's wrong with Russell Wilson other than he's really cringe.
Yeah, he's Russell Wilson.
Justin Fields. I mean, Russell Wilson was a QB1 in fantasy for 9 consecutive years. That streak ended 3 years ago. This is not the Russell Wilson that went to the Super Bowl. This is not the Russell Wilson that carried our fantasy teams to glory for year over year, almost a decade straight. We had Russell Wilson as an elite fantasy quarterback. That's gone. Justin Fields is much, much, much better at this point in his career versus Russell Wilson. There's no reason to announce a starter. That's what they haven't done. Because you got one healthy quarterback who's doing great, playing efficient ball. Still, through 3 weeks, 0. That's exactly 0 turnover-worthy plays from Justin Fields. And if he can play that sort of quality, playing that quality football, you're going to see the upside from his rushing attack, which he scored a rushing touchdown last week. Great for the stat line. Oh, yeah. But we still haven't seen those 100-yard games that he's going to have a couple of those this year where he throws for 200, rushes for another 100, has 3 or 4 touchdowns. And you're like, yeah, it doesn't matter what he looks like on the field. If he's scoring fantasy points for us, we're going to play him.
Yeah, I agree. And at 5,500, he's a nice pay down option. I like him in cash a little bit more, but yeah, because his stack, he's not. I mean, I think you can't play him naked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of the deal with mobile quarterbacks, especially ones without much weaponry. Like, we can stack him with George Pickens, but that's going to be pretty popular. Pickens is super duper chalky this week. Rosie agrees.
Yeah. I mean, he's still 13% optimal, though, so he's still got an optimal leverage of 6%. So if he stays at 7, I'll it's only 12-2. For them together, or 11-2, I think. So it's 11-2. That's not bad at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna build a stack. I feel like just a tiny one can't hurt. And then maybe run it back with JT. Because that just makes a little sense to me. So
yeah, the Colts. I mean, I did predict that Anthony Richardson would single-handedly tear down that 3-0 record that the Steelers have gotten by scoring no more than 20 points this entire season in a game, and that, of course, their first win was with no touchdowns. I don't think that the Steelers will score a touchdown in this game. I think that their offense is kind of playing on house money with they haven't really played any good offenses on the other side. I think Anthony Richardson has that upside. He's been pretty shaky, kind of rusty, coming off that shoulder injury, but matter of time before Shane Steichen gets him whipped into shape. This passing game, along with Jonathan Taylor, it's gonna be a lot better than it has been. Anthony Richardson, the kind of guy.
All the weapons.
And Anthony Richardson's the type of guy who can break contain when Highsmith and T.J. Watt take the edge.
Yeah, it's true.
And they don't have many of those good athletes other than those edge rushers. The Steelers defense is plenty exploitable.
Well, I hope this goes over the 40 because it could be a great game, but also be a bum of a game, a field goal fest.
Yeah.
So
let's hope for some scoring.
yes, yeah. Well, in the next game, I don't think we're gonna have to hope for. I think scoring is gonna come aplenty.
Inevitable.
Yeah, inevitable is a great way to see it. We got a lot of cheap rostered guys: Michael Wilson, Greg the Human Dortch, and even Terry McLaurin at 5,800, pretty cheap. But they're all kind of rostered here. Marvin Harrison, I think I'm surprised, only 9% because I think he's a great play this week too.
This is the chalk game stack of the week. And the one guy that I actually do want to play is the guy who's kind of leveraged in Harrison.
I like Harrison a lot. I do want to play Harrison.
And both of these quarterbacks are easily stackable.
Yeah, and this is our matchup. We're playing against each other. He's playing Jane Daniels. I'm playing Kyler Murray. Same kind of upside found on both of them, and that's
and
why
we both have Harrison.
both have Harrison. Yep. So I got Brian Robinson as well. So that we're thinking this game is good. There's gonna be some leaks in the dam. Hoover, hopefully not. But this is gonna be the game. 49 is the total. I wouldn't be surprised if bettors bet it up to 49.
This game's gone way over.
Yeah.
Way over.
Yeah, this game should be over 50. So I like
it's not just the offenses that look good; it's the defenses that look really bad.
Yeah. I listened to the Commander talk here on the local, and they were just like, yeah, this is going to be a shootout. And they pick some of the players to get touchdowns in their touchdown parlay. So I think this is a good bet for if you're doing a touchdown parlay, put a couple of these guys in here because this is what we're shooting for TDs. That's what we're looking for. So let's build a stack. We'll first start with our guy Kyler Murray. Who you're stacking with Marvin, the Thrill Harrison, whatever we're gonna call him. Who are you running it back with?
Maserati Marv, that's what they call him.
Maserati, that's great.
Maserati Marv, that was a Gus Johnson nickname.
That's a great one.
That kind of stuff.
How do you feel about Jaden Daniels? He's not in this stack because you can't do two QBs, obviously. Weapons, are you thinking wide receiver, Terry McLaurin? You thinking running back, Brian Robinson? How are you running this
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, scary
and
Terry. He's good.
If we're going to be, and you know how I am about being sneaky on these wide receivers that are lesser known.
Yeah.
I have this weird feeling that De'Ami Brown's going to catch a bomb this week.
Okay. I'm putting a little De'Ami Brown here. I like Noah Brown at 3,800. So we're
you like the other Brown?
Yes.
Yeah. I actually will never play Noah Brown ever again in any format.
Yes.
Because of what he did to me last year.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You remember?
It was against me. So.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened though? He killed a $2,000 parlay for me.
I didn't remember that.
So it was the Cowboys against the Jaguars, and I needed 2 passing yards from Dak Prescott to win this parlay and win $2,000, and the game went to overtime with him still 2 passing yards short.
Oh, now I remember this.
And the first 2 plays of overtime, they ran the ball. It was 3rd and 3 or something, and they threw a quick out at the sticks for Noah Brown, and it bounced off Noah Brown's hands and went for a pick 6 to end the game, and that was how it lost.
Terrible.
So yeah, Noah Brown dead to me.
Yeah. Am I playing him against you today or no?
You are. You are. You
I
are.
do remember that actually. Oh man,
He is still dead. He might not be dead to you, but he is dead to me.
Yeah, I just like him as another big-bodied, cheap wide receiver in this offense. I think there's gonna be a lot of points. So
he's a lot like Jawan Jennings if Jawan Jennings couldn't run routes or catch the ball. Yeah. He's a great blocker. That's why every team he's been on, the Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboys, they love putting Noah Brown on the field, especially because he's a great blocker. He's a lunch pail type guy. He can't catch with beans though.
Yeah, well, I hope he gets a touchdown on you just to kind of like rub it in your face, and I'll just like,
I know.
I can take those beans. So,
that is a valid wish for you to have.
Thank you. Okay. I did like the stacks that we built, though. All right, and New England gets to go visit your beautiful San Francisco city up there. Not right near you, but one of the closer places to you.
It's a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours away. Right? A little jaunt for you. And holy hell, Jordan Mason, if he's not rostered, more than I've ever seen. 28%. That's a little bit stiff, boys. I'm not going to lie.
but alongside Kyron Williams, that's your cash game backfield right there.
Yeah.
You do the Kyron, or you can do the B Rob, but Jordan Mason's got to be near some of your cash lineups because he's going to get lots of work, and the Patriots don't do a great job of stopping the run, do they, Scott?
No, they don't do a great job of stopping much. And
so true.
Well, they stop themselves from winning. But here's the thing too, Brandon Ayuk. If you're paying attention here, Brandon Ayuk not having the best of times this season. He didn't wear the right shorts when he went out to practice, and then he took off his shorts. And
Did you get the memo?
Yeah, did you get the memo?
We're putting cover sheets on the TPS reports.
Hey, listen, it's black. It's black on Friday. You get the
so if you could,
no fish Friday,
if you could put the cover sheets on the TPS reports, that'd be great.
Yeah. And Brandon Ayuk had a little temper tantrum. And
no, it was I saw it. It was pretty funny. You could tell he was just like, oh come on,
like who cares?
He don't know.
Who cares?
Well, he didn't want to walk all the way back to the dressing room to change. So
who cares? Who cares? Yeah. I heard a bunch of people being like, fall in line. I'm like, who
shut up.
a shit?
Yeah. Well, even Kyle Shanahan was talking to him about it, and it the body language is he's tapping him on the stomach, like, come on, man, I know it's dumb, but go and be with the team.
It's so annoying when people don't let you do yourself, but.
Or have fun with it. You could tell it wasn't. There was no animosity.
I think
there.
he just had the wrong shorts, man. It's like a mistake.
Yeah, and Shanahan thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. What was not funny is last week me not having any Juwan Jennings. I only had a few lineups, but holy hell, 5,600. He's priced up 7% rostered. That's not very high. He's still kind of negative leverage, but you want any Juwan rebound Jennings, or is that chasing?
It's both. I want a little bit of Juwan Jennings because he's going to get a lot of looks. And the difference is, I think, because I expect Christian Gonzalez to cover Ayuk. And so they can exploit the other corner, just like last week when the Patriots pretty much had a funnel going away from Christian Gonzalez the whole game. And that's going to happen all season with how good Gonzalez is in coverage. Is he's going to get their best guy? That's Ayuk. Jennings is going to move all over the place. He's going to be on the field as a blocker for Jordan Mason.
Yep.
But I do think that if they're obviously Kyle Shannon's creative enough to get Ayuk isolated away from Gonzalez. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards Ayuk as a leverage play off of that Jennings chalk, off of that Mason chalk. Especially when George Kittle's back, that makes a big difference this week. That kind of leads me away from Jennings because last week it wasn't just Ayuk's not getting open; it was also Kittle's out.
Right.
So we have nobody else to throw to. Debo's out, Kittle's out. Well, Kittle's back.
Yeah,
and Ayuk is still there. Mason's still going to get a lot of carries. I don't think Jennings becomes. It's not going to be a back-to-back 46-point performance. He might score 15, which is fine, but I think Ayuk has much more upside.
I guess a little bit of Ayuk and George Kittle.
But yeah, Brock Purdy stacked with Ayuk this week.
Nice little play right there.
Sneaky stack with Purdy and Ayuk this week too.
Yeah, and the defense. Bring the defense along for funsies,
No, they haven't been that good.
Yeah, I don't know. But New England, do you think New England's going to give them a run for their money? I don't know.
No, probably not.
It might be a get-right game for their defense, but right now the rostering is only 6%. I mean, 3,800, that's too expensive. There's better ones. I'd rather play the Colts or the Pittsburgh Steelers at 33 and 32, so never mind. Bail. All right, next game. We've got, no Justin Herbert. We got Easton Stick, which is just barf, right? I mean, no.
Herbert's playing.
Tyler Heineke. Oh, Herbert is playing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind.
He's questionable, but they're saying he's leaning towards playing with a high ankle sprain.
I forgot. It's not Easton Stick. It's Taylor Heineke. So, it's not
either way.
Yeah, it's not great. But Patrick Mahomes, not looking like Patrick Mahomes. I saw Dan Orlovsky be like,
not yet.
He's still the greatest. I don't care. He's the greatest ever. And people were just like, yeah, but right now he's not that great. So what do you think about, is this a get-right game for Mahomes? Because you got no Derwin James because he hits too hard.
Yeah, Derwin James, very unsafe player from all. How rich is it for the punishment to be handed down by the dirtiest player in the history of the NFL, John Runyon?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Like, the cheap shot expert
Did he
of
punch
all
him in the
the whole.
nuts in the office when he brought him down. Hey, can you just door handle in the nuts, man.
Pretty much the whole '90s where John Runyon suspended for a game. John Runyon fined $10,000 for dirty tactics.
Right.
Everybody hates John Runyon. Now he's the punishment coordinator.
I
in the
remember. I think he was
NFL.
voted like the dirtiest player in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
or
like
something
4
like
years in a row.
Yeah, just continuously. So, but
Yeah, that the Chiefs should roll in this one.
yeah, they should roll. They should roll.
And I do think Mahomes has a big game. And I think Travis Kelce gets back into the fold.
You and Mike both are on the Kelsey train this week. Maybe Taylor Swift's magic rubs off on him. She got herself a Funko Pop Chiefs doll. So all the guys,
good.
Yeah, it's so important, So that's gonna get Travis Kelce. I did see, and listen, I know we're in the seventh layer of hell when I saw that Swifties are breaking down film of Patrick Mahomes not throwing the ball to Travis Kelce. And I thought, holy fucking hell, these Swifties are going to end up knowing more about the coverage schemes and the route
Which
runs.
is beautiful.
All this stuff.
I think because
so
football
funny.
is for everyone, this is the most beautiful thing.
It's hilarious.
And
well, they're hate.
you know what it means?
Hate, though.
You know what it means is all the casuals on Twitter that think they know ball, they better start kicking it up a notch because they're going to know less ball than Swifties pretty soon.
They are.
Because
here's
yeah,
the thing that
they're not.
I don't like. It's just weaponizing. Like they're taking it as a conspiracy theory against Travis Kelce, and they're saying it's because Patrick Mahomes' wife is a Trump supporter. It's like the stupidest things I've ever heard.
All of those separately are concerning. All of these things separately are concerning, but it takes a real madman to combine them all into a conspiracy theory.
The Swifties are doing it. It just kills me.
They
so
got
much.
stitches hanging off their arms from sewing this whole fabric together.
They're wild people, and they're crazies now unleashed on NFL films. They're all
love it.
22.
I absolutely love it because
me too.
maybe the Travis Kelce not getting targets might be a conspiracy because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Mike and I have this theory that they kind of don't need him in the beginning, and so they kind of just they don't need him.
Well,
if they needed him, they would. They need him.
Well, and that's the thing is,
the refs are there for him, calling offensive pass interference.
But
and
it seems like the defenses they've played so far are content getting gashed by Rashee Rice. It's like, why are you letting this guy just catch a screen pass and run for 15, 20 yards? And then, he's going to fake the screen and run that little go ball. It's the first go route I've ever seen Rashee Rice run since Southern Methodist University.
They got him on that one.
Oh, yeah. That was Barbecue City because the corner's sitting on the slant, sitting on the screen because that's what they run every single play.
Yeah.
It's like, Rashi's going to be our check down and Rashi's going to be our hot. Rashi's going to be our first quick look. And you don't even need to go to that second read when Rashee Rice is left uncovered or they give him a 15-yard cushion from the nickel for no reason. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is going to take that. He's going to dump it off to the guy who breaks tackles and chews up yak.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce used to be the yak guy for that offense, but now he's your zone beater. He's your sit down, find a spot, and they don't need him to be
He's your scramble king.
He's the fire drill.
If
Patrick
play
Mahomes
breaks down, it's not been breaking down. It has not been breaking down that much. They've been scheming pretty effectively. So.
Yeah, they were just like, look, Rashee Rice is wide open again.
They stopped covering Rashee Rice. He's invisible. He's like Mirage for the Transformers. You can't see him.
Yeah, it blows my mind that the first three teams they played have said, yeah, we're not interested in covering Rashee Rice. We're going to let him go completely bonkers on us, and we're going to lose to the Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when your running back is Carson Steele, you're looking to get more touches to Rashee Rice. He's a speed
Oh, of
merchant.
course.
Yeah, he's a speed. I love him. By the way, I have him on 3 teams this year. I was all in on Rashee Rice.
But
so
for DFS
bragging.
purposes, as much as I love Rice, I like Xavier Worthy's upside in this game in particular.
The cost too.
Against a defense that's not very athletic,
I like your
especially
call.
without Derwin James on the field.
Good call. Really
There's
good call.
no Joey Bosa to put the heat on Patrick Mahomes. So you got Khalil Mack, and that's about it on that defense. And you know they're going to double team Khalil Mack. They're going to chip Khalil Mack. They're going to take him out of the game.
Yeah, maybe maybe that's what Travis Kelce gets to do. He gets to bump Khalil Mack a little bit, you know?
No, I don't think they want to do that.
No, I'm making a joke. It'll be definitely Watson. Watson
Kelsey's the guy who usually picked on Derwin James because that was who Derwin James was shadow.
Yeah.
And remember, he had that 4-touchdown game a couple years ago. You're like, ooh, Derwin.
Didn't Derwin tear his ACL immediately after that?
I don't know, but Derwin was he did not have a great day at the yard.
No.
But they've had great, it's been a great saga between Travis Kelce and Derwin James over the years.
Oh yeah. I like this. I like Kelce at 58. Maybe if you do, we can build a stack that's got the lesser of the. We've got,
What do you feel about Quentin Johnston?
You know what? He's not a terrible.
Is QJ for real?
He's got 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
If they're going to throw deep, 3? Is it 3? Yeah.
He scored 2 in week 2 and 1 last week.
Okay, I don't want Rashee Rice. I'm sorry. No, Rashee Rice. We're looking for somebody different. We're looking for someone. Here we go. This is it. Okay. Mahomes, Johnson, Worthy, and then I put Kelce in there. And I'll take Kelce out and just do one with Quentin Johnson and Worthy. There we go. All right, one matchup left. And Vegas Raiders, I mean, I love the Antonio Pierce. Good story, tough as nails, blah, blah, blah. They're circling the drain already. I mean, surprise, a terrible franchise. Shocker. They're terrible.
Oh, and
so
their defense got lit up by Andy Dalton. And everyone wants to praise Andy Dalton.
Right, the Daltonator.
Did you see how bad the Raiders defense looked?
Not good. Not great. Not
great.
No, kids, not good. And now they've got no Max. Don't call me Bing Crosby. So it's not good. He's the best player on their defense. So Deshaun Watson, I don't like him and don't like playing him. But you mean
same? Yeah, but he is a very affordable sub 6K quarterback with upside and stackable options, like some guy named Amari Cooper, who does have revenge game narrative against the Raiders.
And only 6,300. They just don't get that he is capable.
Stacking Watson and Cooper, and then you're reversing the chalk on Brock Bowers by doing him in a stack like that, a game stack with Watson and Cooper, and run it back with Brock Bowers. That's one of my favorite stacks of the week.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a great stack. I'm going to play that stack. I'm going to sit on my couch tomorrow morning. I'm going to fucking build lineups with Brock Bowers, Amari Cooper, and Deshaun Watson.
Hey, guess where Brock Bowers is from?
Don't you dare say NorCal. God damn, NorCal's the people be fucking. So, all right, ready to generate some lineups?
Birthplace of goats.
All right, let's go. Hut. Blue 52. I say blue 42. We got a little bit of Rashee Rice here, even though I did not really ask for him. But
I asked for him.
Oh, you asked for Rashee Rice. We had some, but he seemed to be a lot. Who's a QB that you're honing in on?
Probably Watson or Daniels.
Okay, here's our first Watson. Watson, Bijan, Brian Robinson, Deontay, Pickens, Cooper, Gallus. Ooh, I like that. Dallas and Brock. A little double tight end. That's sexy. Yeah, okay. I like that one. Let's find us a Jaden Daniels. I got another Deshaun here. He's stacked with Jerome Ford. I don't know if I love that. Not terrible,
I like Ford standalone, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't want that stack.
The Raiders' run defense is almost as bad as their pass defense.
That's true. Okay, here's your boy, Kyler Murray, Roshan Bijan. Ooh, I like that Roshan Bijan, Deontay. Marvin.
Johnson.
Yeah, Diami. Goddard, Rice. That's not bad either. I've not seen.
Did you say Diaby's in there?
Yeah. Yeah, your boy Diami's in there. I've not seen a Jaden yet, and I'm just kind of scrolling down to find me a Jaden Daniel. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got Jaden Daniels, Alvin Kamara. You're already happy. Jordan Mason, Rashid Shaheed, Deontay, Rushy Rice. I don't like the Mike Gesicki, Kyle Pitts stack. That's not my favorite, but
one or the other.
Yeah, you can't do both. Those guys are too volatile. They'll get you 0 points, and you're just fuck up.
Like, you're either going to get 0 or you're going to get 12.
Right. I don't like this Jaden Daniels because it's got Mike Gesicki in it, but it's fine. It's also got Drake London. Okay, maybe. We'll see. Okay. All right. Let's get to the email here. I got to pull the email up here and go into my email, and I don't have it already like I used to, but don't hack my data, guys. Don't. Yeah. But okay, here we go. I got both lineups here. Let's start with yours because I do like to get sexy with your dark. Yeah.
I personally think my lineup is spectacular for cash.
Yes, I do. I like your lineup a lot. You've got Jaden Daniels.
I'll pull it up on my end too.
Saquon and Roshan. You got the Shans going on there too.
Yep.
God Chriswin. Yeah. Yoshivas.
Juwan. Third and Juwan.
Andre
Yoshivas. Kyle Anthony Pitts. And some guy named Marvin Harrison.
I'm unhappy that you fucking have him because he's my best player. I put him in my lineup too, and he's my stack. So fuck you.
I wish I could say he's my best player, but I also have Saquon and Chris Godwin on my team.
Yeah, you got a good team. You do. I'm not gonna lie to you. And Jaden Daniels, I love that.
Broncos defense is my spend down that I'm commonly coming to.
Yeah.
If I'm spending up, I'm going with the Jets or somebody like that. Or the 49ers.
I don't hate those at all. I did Kyler. I think he has a big day against the Commanders, obvi. Run back Brian Robinson, and then Kyron Williams, because I just think he's just going to be volume-wise. Your boy Marvin Harrison, Juwan as well. So we got the double. We got the mitigations of 2 players that I like. I don't like that. But I do have got Jaden Reed. And I do think Gesicki is going to get some run. He's been getting some targets. Your boy Noah Brown, just to spite you. And Steelers defense.
I hate you so much.
I know.
I hate you so much.
I know. Please do follow us and go get your spice on. I got to tell you, I got to get some more of your taco season because I used it all up on my ribs. I made ribs this morning. I ate them. They were fucking delicious. I'm going to eat them tomorrow during football. I can't wait. It's going to be a great Sunday. So please go Patreon this man, bigtimeflavor.co. And
I dredged my fried chicken in the cock rub.
Oh, you definitely want to rub your nuts on that. You know what I mean? So... I love all your food, by the way. All your seasoning is just, it's prime. I don't understand why the world doesn't know how prime it is because it's all just so perfect. So get yourself a bundle.
I had Mace Riney over today for fried chicken and biscuits and sweet tea.
Go give him a patron, folks, and go follow us over at Chalk Block. We're almost at 500. That's nice. You can follow me. I'm almost at 14,000. That's not going very fast, though, because I just tweet about my dog and yeah, and
still cold, still fat, still playing with winter,
still doing the same stuff because that's all I do now. But I do want to tell you, if you go check out my page, you can get the whole slate breakdown from our boy Justin, who created The Sims. Him and Pat Mayo running these things. Mr. Freeman has the most underowned, the top plays, and the chocolate chalk. You can kind of see where that all is in one fell swoop as you build your lineups and get yourself together. So yeah, well, thanks for watching, for everybody, and next week will be a little better. We'll make sure we start on all platforms. And we'll get the chat hooked up too. It didn't stream, so. But thank you, Bo, for letting us know. And I'm gonna stop.
I'll try not to sound like a robot.
Yeah. Hello, I am Bo. That is the end of the show. I stopped streaming.